The Chicago Bears have hired a new QB coach, Kerry Joseph, former assistant QB coach from Seattle, the Seattle Seahawks. Who is he? Where does he come from? What is he about? We're going to look into Corey Joseph right after this.
Stand down or lay down and get smacked with the pole.
By this time, everybody on that roster should know what it means to beat the Packers. It's simple.
If I was a coach, Justin Fields would have been balling from day one.
The Chicago Bears have hired a new QB coach, and his name is Kerry Joseph. This is coming after hiring the new offensive coordinator, Shane Waldron. Now, when the season ended, not only did Luke Getsy get fired, but the Chicago Bears basically cleaned house in the offensive side on the offensive side of the ball as far as coaching staff. The tight ends coach and I think the offensive line coach, Chris Morgan, were retained. The only two positions that were retained. Everything else was let go, and the Chicago Bears wanted to, bring in something different, bring in something new. I guess the O-line played well enough for Chris Morgan to keep his spot, and our tight end coach, I guess Cole Kmet and I want to say Robert Tonyan played well enough to I wouldn't say Robert Tonyan. I'm not going to say Robert Tonyan, but Cole Kmet played well enough to help the tight ends coach keep his job. Let's dive into Kerry Joseph because I'm sure not many Bears fans know him. I didn't know him until today. I was kind of shocked by this move, but I'm not mad at the move. Let's look right into it. So, about Chicago Bears new coach, QB coach, Kerry Joseph. So, he coached in the NFL. He's been coaching in the NFL since 2020. So, about 4 years, give or take, however you want to look at it. But he interned with multiple teams, the Saints being one of them, the Buccaneers being another one. From 2014 to about 2017, he, was jumping around. He also coached with Waldron in Seattle as an assistant QB coach. So he was an assistant QB coach. He wasn't the QB coach. The QB coach was Greg Olsen, who the Chicago Bears also interviewed for their offensive coordinator position. So he was the assistant to him. Greg Olsen was a good guy. It was a name a lot of Bears fans liked. I think Greg Olsen has a lot of experience. But it worked with Kerry Joseph. Now, like I said, I was shocked by this hiring because of the so little experience that Kerry Joseph has. But if you look into Kerry Joseph a little bit, he's actually kind of interesting. He played college football at McNeese State. He was also a dual threat QB in the CFL, where he won the CFL championship which I think they call the Grey Cup. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that one. But yeah, he had a pretty good career. I think he threw for like 4,000 yards that year. He won the championship in the CFL. He was a dual threat quarterback. So that's interesting. It's an interesting nugget to see, like, will you be able to handle not transforming, but just elevating Justin Fields' game. Now, he was a dual threat quarterback as well as Justin Fields, so I feel like that helps, but also, can you coach the best quarterback, or if you want to say best player in the draft this year, in Caleb Williams, if that's the direction the Chicago Bears go? That's a big task. That's a tall task for a guy who has never actually been the QB coach in the NFL. He's done some things in college. He's done some things in the CFL, but actually in the NFL, he's only been around for 4 years. That is a lot of inexperience. I'm interested to see. I'm interested to hear and know whenever Matt Eberflus and Ryan Post speak to us. I'm interested to know what was their thought process when hiring Kerry Joseph. Like I said, I'm not upset by the pick, the hiring at all, but it just caught me off guard. So, like I said, total of 4 years in NFL coaching experience, and they were all with the Seahawks. Like I said earlier, he was just an intern from 2014 to 2017. He didn't actually become a coach until 2020, and it was all with the Seahawks. So that's a little insight on Kerry Joseph. I think they are giving him a huge task, and I hope the man can stand up to the plate and hit a home run, because whether it's with Justin, that's a dual threat quarterback, and Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is actually a pretty good dual quarterback as well. He's not as athletic as Justin Fields. He's more of a passer, but he's a dual quarterback. And I think look, Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus, y'all might be on to something. Y'all might be on to something. Ryan Poles, you still have my trust. You still have my trust. I think I'm looking forward to see where the rest of these dominoes fall. You know, we got a lot of coaching spots to fill. We got a lot of holes to fill on this team. So we'll see where it goes. But the Kerry Washington move was just shocking to me because of the inexperience. The inexperience is about the only issue I have with the Kerry Washington move, or Kerry Washington. Wow. Kerry Joseph. Sorry about that. But yeah, so that's Kerry Joseph. Like I said, and he was CFL star. He was most valuable, most outstanding player in the CFL as a quarterback. He played a lot of college football. I didn't put all of his college football stats up here, but if you want to go look, just Google Kerry Joseph and you go on Wikipedia, you can find some stuff. But yeah, damn, I was really saying Kerry Washington. But yeah, it's Kerry Joseph. I'm excited. Like I said, that's another position that we needed to fill. He's important because the offensive coordinator, let me take this down. Let me look at y'all real quick. So the offensive coordinator works with the entire offense, the run game, the receivers, the O-line, everything he has to oversee the entire offense. Now the QB coach, that is your quarterback's best friend. Y'all are like this. Y'all are talking constantly. When the offensive coordinator is figuring out what play, your QB coach is your guy. That is who you speak to predominantly throughout the game. So Kerry Joseph is the new QB coach. I'm excited to see what he can do. He's very inexperienced. I don't know if we need an inexperienced guy. Greg Olsen, the actual QB coach in Seattle last year, tons more of experience, but I kind of think that Greg Olsen wouldn't want to go from QB coach to QB coach. He kind of wants to elevate and get a promotion, go from QB coach to offensive coordinator and call some plays. So like I said, Kerry Joseph, the new Chicago Bears QB coach. I'm excited to see where we go. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on Facebook, follow the page, the Black Bear Podcast. One word. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, the Black Bear Podcast. One word, no spaces, the Black Bear Podcast. I'm your host, Mark Robb. I'm out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day.